Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Survivor Debrief exit interview. And today, I am so excited because I am probably one of the biggest fans of Survivor they've ever had on Australian Survivor. So to talk to this person today is a big bucket list item. You may know her from Cook Islands, from Micronesia, from Heroes vs. Villains, from Winners at War, or quite simply from Australia versus the world. It is the Queen herself, Parvati. How are you going?
I am so thrilled. I can't believe I'm pinching myself. I never thought I would get the opportunity to play Survivor again. And at this level, it was a dream come true.
Oh, it is so amazing. I've got so many questions. I've got my Cook Islands buff for you on
I see
today.
that.
I'm truly buzzing here. Let's get straight into it. So it's a shorter game. How does this impact your strategy going in, and how did you have to change?
I had to come out on the offense. And that's why tried to build a bridge with Rob first thing and share information that I normally wouldn't share in a longer game. I would allow relationships to kind of simmer and see which ones felt organic and connect in that way. But yeah, there was no time for that. So I really had to come out guns blazing.
Oh, 100%. Is there anyone you wanted to see out there playing with you that maybe wasn't?
Oh, I would have loved to have seen like Boston Rob or like some of my OG buddies from the US. Like Sandra, it would have been cool to have her
Amazing.
out there playing. But not, I was really happy with the cast. It was incredible.
Yeah, fantastic. Now let's just get into the game itself. So one thing I want to touch on, episode 7, Epic Tribal Council. Loved every minute of it. You seem to pick up on the vibe. There was something not quite right. What gave it away? What piqued your survivor interest in that?
It was such a strange day at camp where no one was like the world tribe was just the five of us talking, and then the Aussies were just by themselves, and no one from the world could come up with a red herring, like a vote to throw out. And I was like, this is just weird. This feels like something bad could happen in this moment because there's not enough communication going on. There wasn't enough lines of talking happening. So then I saw Lisa pull Shawnee for a conversation for like 20 minutes. They're gone. And I'm like, what is that girl talking to Shawnee about for that long? It can't be good. And then Tommy and I had nothing, no rapport. And I was like, something is happening. And I looked at Sari in the shelter before we headed off to tribal. And I was like, I think it's me. And she gave me like a little, like, I think so, kind of like a little nod. And I was like, yeah, I think it's me. And then we get to tribal and I was like, that's it. I'm just gonna make it this so insane that everyone who is thinking about voting for me kind of outs themselves. And they really did. It was like the pressure was so hot that they
Mm.
just popped in the moment. And I was like, "Ah, Lisa told me." She was like, we were gonna blindside you.
I know. So wild. And then in that one, the knowledge is power scroll sort of comes out in that. Now, I've got to know, was that was in terms of how you used it in that moment, was that something that you thought, you know what, I'm going to use it. If someone plays their idol, I'm going to pretend that I can use it now to scare them a little bit. Was that predetermined, or was it just in the moment you were like, oh, this is happening, let's do it?
Yeah, it was on the fly. I had not I don't typically run those kind of gimmick
Scenarios. Yeah.
scenarios ahead of time. I will run vote scenarios ahead of time and relationship dynamics because that is something that you can kind of think through in a very real way. But idols are usually so hidden, it's really hard if you're like, oh, what if this person has that? It's like, oh God, that would just make my brain short circuit. So no, when Cass pulled out her idol, I was actually completely stunned because she hit it so well.
Yeah.
She's so good. And I was like, oh my God, what can I do? What can I do? We voted for her. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have my advantage. So honestly, I pulled it out. I forgot the rules of it. So I didn't know. I was like, oh, I have this advantage. And I was like excited to pull it out and use it. I thought I could steal her idol. I'm reading it and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. But I can't let on.
No.
So I just read the first couple of lines
So good.
and then the next line was like, you have to read this before Jonathan says, go cast your vote. So I just didn't read that part. And then Jonathan looks at me and he goes, what's that last line?
Did he
And
actually?
I was like, oh yeah, this says I was like, thanks for asking, Jonathan. And I said, this means I can steal someone's immunity idol. I just read the same line over again. I was like, don't you dare try to get
Like,
me.
yeah,
Don't you try to get me.
JLP, come on, no, yeah. Oh, that is so brilliant. I absolutely love that. Um, During the whole game in itself, you seem to have this power over a lot of the guys. No one, like you said, no one voted for you the whole time. You had this connection with people, in particular Kirby. The relationship with Kirby seemed really genuine and real, in the game, and did it seem to pain you to have to vote her out? Why was that so tough? And what was there? What was that connection with Kirby?
Kirby and I connected day one at the first challenge. And we kept seeing each other at the challenges. And she was always checking on me, like, are you good? Are you good? And I was like, yeah. So I felt like we kind of built a bond before the merge even happened. And then when the merge happened, it was just game on with her. And sometimes yeah, on Survivor, as in life, there are some people that there's chemistry with, and it's undeniable. And Kirby and I have chemistry. So it was like, I really liked her. She's a big player. She's fun. I like people that are brave and bold and assertive like that. And I wanted to play with her, and she gave us Sarah on a silver platter. So I was like, why would we take her out now?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it, and it really did. That was the hardest vote for me, and that was the fork in the road for me where I was like really torn. I was like, do I save her with my idol?
Oh,
If I do, I'm burning every relationship I have been working to solidify. And I was still torn, which shows the power of Kirby.
the power of Kirby. I know. I played with her. I know exactly what you're talking about. She's
Mhm.
amazing. She's really one of a kind player. Um, Final Tribal Council. I want to touch on now. Now, amazingly, you've done this 3 times. You're an expert at this. It's actually amazing. How do you prepare for that final Tribal Council speech? Which I might say yours was, as Janine would put, flawless. It was so good. How do you prepare for it going in?
Oh my God, that's the hardest. It's the most excruciating and nerve-wracking part of this game is now you've done this whole crazy game, you've starved, you've gotten rained on, you've voted out your friends, you've cried because your best friend gets eliminated by a fire challenge, and then you have to prepare a keynote speech. And my brain is like mush at that point. It was really hard. And to just remember back what all happened for 16 days was really, really challenging. But yeah, I don't know how much I can tell you about the inner workings of the production. So I will just say that I sat with myself for the entire day thinking
Just
about what was my game? What is not only my story arc in the game of Survivor Australia versus the world, but my story arc from the first time I played Survivor in 2006 as a 23-year-old to now a 42-year-old woman? Like, what 20 years of Survivor? How do you put that into a jury speech? It was so stressful for me. I
yeah.
think you see I'm like getting all splotchy and stressed out. I'm like, it's
You did
scary.
so well. It was honestly amazing. One thing that you did really well was you seemed to clock that Luke was your biggest threat in this particular final tribal council. And so you turned a lot of what he perceived as his moves into sort of your moves, or you undercut them a little bit. Like you turned the parchment into something that you decided to do. You said about him sending you to the auction was his mistake. Like, was that all pre-strategized in your head, like I've got to take apart his game, or was that things were you just reacting in the moment?
No, that I thought through
Yeah, it was
because
really
I
good.
had enough time that day. Like we have the breakfast and then we're just sitting there all day long until nighttime for tribal. And I'm like, okay, my biggest competition is Luke. And where are the moments where Luke and I have butted heads or where we've played together? And we did play the parchment together, but you didn't see it. It wasn't shown. And then when the idols came out and he had told me about his idol, it was like, that actually was a big mistake on his part. And I completely could have stolen his idol, but I really liked Luke and wanted to work with him and wanted to play with him. I was happy that he wanted to go to the end with me. I was like, yeah, okay, let's do this. Yeah, but no, I thought about it because I was like, he's gonna claim those moves, especially ripping up the advantage.
Mm.
Because when I did rip it up, I was like, this is a good move for me to establish more rapport with Luke and to kind of neutralize his jittery chaos. So I just really wanted to soothe him a bit with that move. I felt I had already played my advantage because it had worked when I needed it to
Yeah.
work. So I felt like I was done with it, honestly, and I didn't need it at that point. And keeping it in the game was only going to cause more chaos for me. So I was like, yeah, okay. I never thought I would rip it up, but when he asked me to do it, I was like, okay, let's do it. Why not?
So
Like,
good. So good. Um, it like that whole interaction was so amazing. And the fact that you got there. One question in the Final Tribal Council I really love was Cass's question about who whose votes you have. It's just so such great game awareness. And I think you answered it really perfectly. But was that probably your favorite question of the Final Tribal?
yeah, I really loved that
I could
question. It
tell
was
you
hard.
really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, God, great question, Cass.
Yeah.
She keeps coming with the hits. People love Cass. She's
Oh,
such a fierce competitor.
I love her as well. I absolutely love her. I've got, man, we're running out of time here. There's so much I want to talk to you about, Puff. One thing I want to touch on is from your last seasons, what's something that you took from each season to help you in this game to become a better Survivor player? What's sort of one thing, maybe from Cook Islands or Heroes vs. Villains or something?
Yeah, Cook Islands, my lesson was trust my gut. Don't give my authority away. If my gut says something, follow it. And then Micronesia is work with Suri. And
That's a
then
rule. That is a rule. You heard it here first.
and then Heroes Villains is like win challenges, win immunity, individual immunity challenges. And then here on Winners at War, eat the cookies. Like we got the peanut butter on Winners at War. It's like, the peanut butter for the for this time I was like eat the snacks. And then for this one is like just do it all. Just do
Yeah.
it all and have so much fun doing it because I knew this was going to be my last game.
Yeah.
I really wanted to enjoy it and savor it.
Yeah, you can just see there all aspects of your Survivor career coming together in one beautiful, beautiful final season for you. It's so good. Sari, obviously, Sari is your Sari. Did you have an Amanda out there? Did you have a Nellie Bolton out there?
Kirby was my Natalie
Yeah,
Bolton,
good.
obviously. And I think my Amanda was Janine.
Yeah, yeah, very
Yeah,
good.
because Janine, it didn't you didn't really see it that much on the show, but Janine and I had a really good relationship. And she's really good friends with David, and David and I worked so well together on Deal and we're good friends. So it was like we had this common thread that just stuck us together. And yeah, she's just a rad person. I was
It's
really happy to be
She's so good. It was so amazing seeing this Black Widow Brigade sort of Mark II coming up and all these little parts of your previous careers all sort of coming together. It was really cool. Um, I just got a couple more. One was if we roll it back and do another season of this, who would you like to see representing USA?
Oh, Natalie Anderson. I'd love Ethan
Yes.
Zahn,
Oh, Ethan
Carolyn
Hunt.
Weiger, Tyson
Oh, this
Apostle,
is such a great cast already.
Rob, Boston Rob,
Yes.
and either Sandra, but Sandra's already played Australian
Yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah.
So maybe I would put Kelly Wentworth
Oh, yes, Kelly. Oh, I love Kelly. Big fan of Kelly. This is so good.
or Dee. Oh, actually, I think Dee's playing 50. Yeah, let's put Kelly on the
Yeah.
cast. Kelly, Carolyn. Yeah. Is that enough people or do
That,
we need one
no, I think that's
more?
amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. Thinking back of your career, Outwit, who's probably the most strategic person you played with?
Mm. Outwit, I would say Luke.
Luke, yeah. Great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really would. And he does it in a way that is very It's like it puts your defenses down. You don't really know how strategic he's being because he does it with like a goofy little when he did gave Janine the necklace and he's like begging her to put him up for fire and he's like, "Hey, can I cash in that favor?" Like the way he plays strategy is it's pretty masterful because it's like he's not telling you what to do, he's making you want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so good. Outplay most socially skilled player you played with?
Sorry, hands
So
down.
yeah, she's absolutely amazing at that. Would you
Like
would you
head.
ever have actually cut her? Would you ever have cut Sue in the
No,
game? No, there was no way. That was never going to happen. It was you guys to the
never.
end. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It looks you guys. It's just so amazing. That would really meant a lot to you to try and get her to the end as well. Outlast. Who was most suited to like the challenges or just the elements out there?
Cass.
Cass. Yeah, she was
It didn't
amazing.
bother her. Nothing bothered her.
She's just
She
like
she was like happy, so bubbly, having the best time, winning everything. I'm like, oh my God, girl. Tommy was good in challenges too, but he was all sweaty and red-faced and really struggling.
he's like shaking, and Cass is just like, hey, hey,
Like,
girl.
I'm beautiful and so strong.
Oh, I love cats. Yeah, big fan of cats this season. Now to wrap things up, now I'm a big movie fan. I love my movies, and so I do ask everyone what is their favorite film or a really good film that they like.
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm gonna say The Princess Bride.
Ah, yes, classic, classic. Of course, it would have to be a classic there, Puff.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my friend. This has been like bucket list ticked off. Got to talk to probably now we can say it official here on the podcast, the greatest Survivor player of all time, the best to put on the buff. You've blown us away again and again. And if this is your final chapter in Survivor, what a way to go out, my friend. Really fun. So lovely speaking to you. And all the best with your adventures in life.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy. I've been like crying all day because I'm so happy.
Yeah, I know. Are you going to make me cry? So good. Thank you so much, pal. See you later, buddy.
Okay.